Yeah, man. Good morning, man. Good morning. It's peace. It's Power Moe with Organized Minds. I want to thank you for joining us today. Before we get the day started, where my notes at? Here we go. All right. Okay. Yeah, but it's going down, man. I want to speak about the human body pH level. Um, First and foremost, if you're not familiar with the pH level, the pH system is arranged between 0 and 14, 7 being neutral, 14 being alkaline, and 1 being acidic. And the body must maintain a certain pH level to maintain optimum health. And I have my notes here. And one of the main points I want to hit on first is the danger of acidic blood. Acidic, when your body's acidic, you're susceptible to diseases and viruses. Excuse me, let me look at this for a sec. I want something I want to read, y'all. And of course, you can Google search it. I'm a big fan of Google. Anything I ever say, please go back and look into it yourself. It say a pH of 7 is neutral. Those levels vary throughout your body. Your blood is slightly alkaline with a pH between 7.35 and 7.45. Your stomach is very acidic with a pH of 3.5 or below, so it can break food down. Now, that was just something more main point. Matter of fact, yeah, that's it. Uh, if that, what I'd like to go in on that point, the importance of the stomach. That it hit on the stomach. The stomach being acidic, and I thought that was crazy because I know the importance of a stomach. One thing you can't get is a stomach replacement. And one of the main reasons people a lot of times elderly when people die when they get older is from the overworking of the stomach, eating 3 meals a day. Like that's not the usual proper way of eating. That's a new concept to the planet. And so when you put the wear on your stomach, and once you get older, your stomach is not working as well as it's supposed to, and not breaking foods down, and yeah, producing more toxins, pretty much self afflicting, But not to go off on a tangent, that's not my point. But I wanted to focus in on acidic, understanding what acidic is, understand that meat is acidic. Meat in itself, if you get a pH lipid and test meat, it will show up on the scale of between 3 and under. I mean 3 and 1. And by the time you get the meat, it has no life force in it. That's another thing. Um, the meat's been all to a factory and processed and did this and that and injected with this, and by the time you get it, it has no life force. And I don't know if you understand when I say life force, the importance of having life force. Life force, I'm just literally saying electricity. Protons absorb from the sun, and of course, if you didn't know the photosynthesis that plants go through, the sun sends down protons, and through the photosynthesis process, the the plants absorb the sunlight and store the energy, which is electricity. Okay, the animal eats the food, bam, digests that energy and fuels his body the same that way that we supposed to the proper way that we supposed to eat. If you look in your mouth, you don't have sharp teeth like a lion. That just showing you that you're a herbivore human being, especially aboriginal. When the aboriginals have herbivore genetically makeup, even your stomach is for breaking down plants and vegetation, not a carnivore behavior. And then and understand the FDA and the FDA slash hospitals are all in on this together. Remember, this America is a corporation. It's about making money, and you being sick is a big financial gain to certain people. Um, And when I say about the FDA, yes, the doctors know that this stuff is detrimental. I mean, to your health. I mean, that it's killing you. But of course, that's irrelevant. What's the point is like having people sick, focusing on the depopulation. And I'm not even getting I get into that later on. So understand drinks are very acidic. A lot of fast food is acidic. I like to call it fast death. Uh, just look into that, man. Look into foods that are acidic. You know, I don't mean to stay on this subject alone, but going to my next point. Another thing about eating meat, man, it's a spiritual crime, man. Angelic beings don't hang around carnivores, man. You are in an animal. You're in an entity on a spiritual journey as yourself, and you pretty much have a stench. And like I say, and if you eat meat, it brings your pH level down, but also puts you in your lower self, and you attract lower entities, lower beings. Like exactly. Next point. Um, plants. Plant life is alkaline. Plants and vegetation are alkaline in the alkaline range. Of course, when I was breaking down earlier with the sun, the of course through photosynthesis, the plants absorb the protons from the sun. But also, I like to point out melanin also allows black people to absorb these protons also and convert it into energy. It's called human photosynthesis. Look it up. Um, but of course, if and then another, oh yeah, we perform a human photosynthesis. We even share the same genetic makeup as plants. Every element that you can find in a plant, you can find in the aboriginal body. Only difference is that they have magnesium and we have iron. But if you swap those two, they'll be black, we'll be green. But just going back into showing you the oneness, especially with the aboriginal body and with all the elements in the universe is within the aboriginal body. Next pointer, uh, acidic. Understanding acidic is it produces mucus in the body. This is one of the main things why you're getting susceptible to disease and virus, because acidic blood is very murky like, and it's not able to conduct electricity like it's supposed to. And remember, pH is possible with hydrogens, and just like H2O, you know, hydrogen things that contains a majority amount of hydrogens is a perfect conductor of electricity. You are electricity. And if you look into the book, I forgot the dude's name, it's called Body Electricity. He even breaks down how certain the level that genes is operating on, the hertz they operating on, and even break it down to the point how certain diseases and sicknesses operate on a certain hertz. Remember that Body Electricity. I think his first name was Robert. Uh, and alkaline, of course, alkaline is the ultimate goal. Creating a very alkaline diet. You can Google search ideas about foods you can eat to create an alkaline body. And trust me, and I'm telling you, and give it time and proper sunlight, that person will not damn sure come down with no disease for sure. Um, I wanted to hone in on people understand that you live in the western part of the hemisphere where the western medicine is about prolonging sicknesses, covering the symptoms up. It's not about it's not a holistic, meaning curing the disease. Um, so that's what we need to get back to understand the holistic health and understand you can't depend on Western medicine. When you take the medicine, it got more side effects than what you originally started with. And and not putting our faith in their sorcery. That's all it really is, sorcery. Or you can one more pointer. Let me look down at these notes. Yeah, that's about it, man. I'm really big on health, and I think it's important that uh, especially in our communities, that we need to focus on getting back to a holistic health, but also being proactive, man. Feeding your children the right food. Stop feeding them all them GMOs, uh, hot pockets, drinks and juices all day, and then you wonder why they can't think straight in school, because you could literally create attention deficit. I mean, this, I can't say it right. If it efficiency deficiency. Um. So yes, and what I'm saying, and I'll point out, majority of the snacks on a shelf are drugs. That is literally drugs. So just keep that in mind, man, and learn how to cultivate the of course the character, but also bring, of course, feed them the right foods and bring about a proper mind and help them grow up with a proper perspective in the world. And with that, I love y'all.